Hey everyone, Kim Snyder here with the API guys. I have a quick how-to for you this morning. I want to show you how to prepend information to the person notes, which the person notes are the big note area here on this tab right here. And so as long as I'm here, here's what we're going to do. Here's Drita Dog, a contact, and you can see she has information in her person notes. We want to put some more information in there. In fact, what we want to do is we want to keep basically a little running log file in reverse chronological order that has a timestamp that just records when a field is changed and what was in it before it was changed. Now you can use this for a lot of things, but this is one way we use it, just so that if you have mission critical data that's being changed by a form, or you want to kind of keep track for troubleshooting what has happened in one of your sequences or your processes, you can write the information to this person notes and as sort of a little log file of what's happening. So what we want to do is we're going to, let's assume we resubmitted this form, we want to grab everything that's here, and then we want to add to the front of it a new timestamp and record of what happened. That's what we mean by prepend into person notes. So we do that with our Pocket Developer plugin called AnyText, and I will show you how we do that. If we go over here to the campaign builder in our Pocket Developer demo or testing area, and we go to edit, and you can ignore all of these. These are where we kind of keep all of our tests of Pocket Developer. It's our test bed, so to speak. Now normally this would be not a tag being applied, although it could be, but in this case you would think it would probably be a form because the form would be changing the date in the field, but we just are triggering all of these test sequences with a tag called run block, and then in each sequence we remove that tag. So here, when this starts, we're going to make this bigger, prepend to contact notes, and then we're going to remove that tag. Alright, so here's the post, and this is what it's going to look like. Now, so in any post you've got the URL. This assumes, of course, that you've already set up AnyText on your server using our portal. We have instructions for how to do that. If you're not familiar with posts, the HTTP post snippet, go to the Learning Center. We have videos on that as well. So this, because we're running it off of our server, has the API guys here as the domain. Of course, if you were running it off of your server, which is where you would be, then it would have your domain here, but the rest would, if it was installed by our Pocket Developer installation process, would probably look the same. Not probably, would look the same. So we have these name value pairs. Contact ID, this is the default. You always leave that. Now I'll explain what this is, and you can go look at this functionality in our Learning Center. Look for prefetch, and it will explain what prefetch does. Prefetch is a feature that's built into our advanced merge field notation. Advanced merge field notation is how you tell Pocket Developer what field you want to work with. Prefetch basically allows you to go grab a piece of data and assign it to a name so that you can use it easily elsewhere. Okay? That's the really non-technical explanation. You can read the rest of this in the documentation. So what we're doing is we are going to contact.contact notes. That's the merge field name for this field right here. This is called contact.contact notes. And we are assigning that to a name with our prefetch notation of contact notes. That's our name. Now we can use that here in a bit to refer to whatever is currently in this. We've gone and we've fetched it. Okay? We're also going to fetch what's in middle name, contact.middle name. We're just doing that because let's assume that's what's changing. That's the information that's really sensitive, and we want to record what it was before we changed it. Okay, so we're giving that a name of middle name. Now, text to save is a required. You don't have to have these, by the way. You may see in some of our other documentation that that's not there. So they're optional for when you want to do save to multiple fields, which I won't go into. You may also notice in some of our documentation that we put tildes here. These are optional as well, so it will pull whether you put the tildes around it. We do that because everyone's kind of used to the tildes from when, if you use this merge, it'll take it either way, because if I did it this way, whoops, let me use middle name, which it can find. For example, if I go to custom fields, additional middle name, right? It'll put the tildes in there. Now, the difference between our advanced merge field notation is you're not limited to these. You can do any tables, anything, anywhere, opportunities, orders, invoices, but by just changing this, for example, to orders or opportunities and whatever field you want. But the tildes are there because people are used to seeing it that way. Now, the one thing I will tell you is you cannot have tildes here. Save to field never has tildes, okay? They're optional up here, but never, never, never can go here. Okay, so here's our text to save, and this is a required field for any text. You can go see the any text documentation. I'm just going to pull up a quick notepad so you can see what this says. So this is something we have in our advanced merge field notation, and it is date.current, and this will put the current date there. You could also put date. I think it's timestamp with a lowercase s, I forget, but you could look that up in the notation as well. I'll just put date.current, which is going to put today's date. And then I've got dash, so this is merge, even though it's not really merging from anywhere. This is our notation, but it's a merge field. Then we're going to say dash, middle name was, and then remember that prefetch that we did, okay, where we put in the brackets middle name and assigned middle name to that? Well, the way you merge that in is with the curly brackets and then that name. Remember, all of these things are case sensitive. That's really important to know. Case matters with Pocket Developer. So we're saying middle name was before the form new registration was submitted, period. And then we have two line breaks. Line break, line break. That's what these /ns mean, to put some space between the last note and this one. And then, again, more curly brackets with the prefetch we got, which was what was previously in contact notes. Okay, so that's going to be the text to save, and where it's going to save it is it's going to save it back to contact notes. So if you think about what's happening here, it grabs what's in the contact notes, it grabs what's in middle name, and then it merges those using these two prefetch values back into the contact field. So let me run this and show you what this is going to look like. Okay, so here's what we have right now. Let's go back we'll change Dritta's middle name just to make it look different. So we'll change her middle name now to D, right? And again, let's assume that this was being triggered by a form or something rather than just a tag. I'm sure you can kind of come up with all your own use cases here. So let's apply a tag. The tag that runs this is run block. And so we'll run this block, apply the tag. Okay, so we've applied the tag. And we're going to go look at person notes, and you can see that there we go. So it has put a new timestamp. Today's December 20th. It has prepended it. It has said middle name was D. So there's our merge field before the form name registration was submitted, and then put back what was there previously. So that is how you would prepend person notes using our AnyText plugin from Pocket Developer. If you have questions on this or anything, I love to help. So please let me know. There's amazing things that you can do with Pocket Developer once you know how to use it. So if there's anything that you're trying to do in Campaign Builder and you just can't figure out how to get it done, chances are Pocket Developer can. Just hit me up on Facebook or email or phone call. There's ways all over our website for you to book 30 minutes with me to ask me how to get something done. So love to help you out. Please reach out. Let Pocket Developer turn can't into can.